What's happening, guys? Welcome to the latest episode of the Alpha Elite Podcast with myself, Josh, and the legendary Bryn. How's it going, guys?
Great.
Fantastic.
You missed me? Been away for a week? You missed me?
Got a little bit of a suntan, I see.
I always have a suntan.
It's been horrible. It's been horrible. I had no one to talk to.
Oh, I missed you too.
I missed you.
So we've been having a
love you
chat. Get left out.
We only talk when you're here.
So we've been having a chat while I've been away about coming up with some ideas, and Josh came up with an idea for one of the podcasts today, which we thought we'd run with. So it's kind of a beginner's guide to starting the gym, kind of do's and don'ts for starting the gym. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand over to you so you can explain why we're going to talk about this, how it's come about, and then we'll get on with it.
Okay. So last year during prep, I think as you get more established in the gym, people tend to talk to you a bit more, and especially if you're doing a prep or strongman or whatever, like you draw more attention. And people that I'd known for quite a while were just asking me questions, which obviously very impatient because I was dieting and stuff, but I just thought they were like common knowledge. For example, I was 6 weeks out from my show, and I was asked if I was cutting my carbs yet. Like, bearing in mind I was like pretty lean, like I had quite a skull face, and obviously I'd posted all of my prep over my Instagram, so it was pretty obvious that something was changing.
Yeah. And
it wasn't just a suntan or it wasn't just cardio, like something drastic was happening. Sorry, am I moving? With dieting. And I think over the years of training and being in the gym scene, I've definitely noticed like a lack of just knowledge, just general knowledge. I think people just get into the gym and they see a guy or they've got a friend that goes to the gym and they've made some gains. Like, if you go to the gym 5 to 6 days a week and you just bimble about, you'll probably change shape. Like, through trial and error, you'll probably change shape.
Yeah.
But obviously, and I think you're
going to hit a plateau quite quickly.
Yeah, and eventually you'll be like, I'm not getting any bigger, or I'm not getting any stronger. And obviously that's when you need to start delving deep. And I think there's a lot of people out there that have a vast knowledge, way more than me. And like, I'm not saying I'm the most intelligent person when it comes to this. However, on a low level, I think I'm pretty sort of solid with the bases. So I just wanted to put out like as you said, like a starter guide.
Yeah.
In, if you're thinking about joining the gym, if you're just beginning to join the gym, or even if you're actually established in the gym, and you may be able to pick up on some pointers that we sort of
I think being in the gym culture and everything like we have, like I've been in and around gyms for over 30 years. You've been in and around gyms for what, 10, 15 years?
Yeah.
About 10 years. So I think between us, we've got a plethora of information. And I think because we're established, we probably take a lot for granted. And I'm guilty of it myself. I think because I know something, I expect everyone else to know it, which is not always the case. There are people that are going to be walking through the doors in the gym who've probably never set foot in the gym before, never read a bodybuilding book, never picked up a Flex magazine. They don't even know whether they still do it anymore.
They do.
Do you know, or a Men's Health magazine or something. So I thought it was a great subject to go with today. So it kind of put a very positive spin on it, that there's no such thing as a silly question, especially not when you're starting out, because you want to get as much knowledge. There's a lot of bad knowledge out there. There's a lot of false information out there.
Old knowledge as well, old, type knowledge. I think the fitness industry has definitely changed. It's modernized the way we train, the way we nutrition, the way we eat.
Yeah.
The way we get our nutrition. Like, the whole knowledge of the gym has vastly improved, and I just think I just want to impart some.
Yeah.
Karen, sorry.
So what do you want to start with?
So I think if you're thinking of starting the gym, like, number one, if you're actually genuinely thinking about starting the gym and you're thinking about taking up strongman, or you're thinking about taking up bodybuilding, or you're thinking about like doing something and you're serious about it and you've got some expendable cash, get a coach. Get some sort of trainer. Like, I don't want to start dissing people, but don't go to like a commercial gym and get a trainer there.
Yeah.
Like, go to somewhere reputable. Get someone that's got some results. Do you know what I mean? That can show good results.
It's
like,
the
get
money,
a trainer.
Yeah, the money that you're spending, you've got to look at it. It's an investment in yourself.
Exactly.
So if you're going to make an investment in yourself, make sure that is a sound investment. So just because someone has 100,000 followers on Instagram, or they've won the odd competition, or they declare themselves a coach, doesn't necessarily mean that they're a coach. The same as what you would do if you were doing any investment. Do your due diligence. Check them out. Go and have a look at them.
Talk to them.
Talk to them.
Actually talk to them.
Speak to the clients,
Yeah.
because if they're genuine and that's what they do as a career and they're successful, they'll be more than happy to let you speak to their clients,
Yeah.
because they're going to be the biggest advertising tool that they've got, because they're going to be sharing the results. They're going to be singing their praises online. So that's one of the first things. I agree. Make that investment in yourself, but make sure it's a sound investment.
Definitely, yeah. Get a coach. I think if you get that sound advice, as you said, that good advice on what to do, where to go, then you're going to have a bit more direction. I think, secondly, is with a coach comes like learning about gym gear and about there's an equipment, gym equipment.
Yeah.
As in, we did just mention it, but I'm pretty sure Bryn and Paul have all seen somebody struggling with a bit of equipment.
It's not even struggling. There's that much equipment available now from so many different manufacturers that some people have come across kit in gyms that they go to which they've never seen before. If you've only ever trained in a pure gym and you go to somewhere like old school gyms or Ultraflex, they've got kit which you've never even seen, so you aren't even going to know how to use it because you've never seen it before. Why would you? Don't be afraid to go and ask. Don't be afraid to go and ask the staff. Don't be afraid to go and ask any of the trainers. And don't be afraid to go and ask the members. Because if you're training in an independent gym, they'll embrace you. They'll come and help you, and they'll give you the advice and guidance that you need.
That is,
Yeah.
you can agree with that, Bryn. If
Yeah.
someone that come up to you and was like, "Look, mate, I don't know what I'm doing,"
Yeah, I definitely had it in the gym. I don't know names, but quite a few faces have sort of come over to me when I was working here, and not in the sort of a dick sort of way, but I've sort of put it to them straight away. Like, for example, some kid come over to me. He's like 17, let's say, just started training. I want to learn how to deadlift. So me being me, straight away I'm like, why? Why do you want to deadlift? Oh, well, I've seen people doing it. Yeah, but why do you want to deadlift? Are you a strongman? Are you a power lifter? No. Are you trying to be a bodybuilder? Yes.
So why
so
do you want
why
to
you want to
deadlift?
deadlift? But then I wasn't like, because obviously seeing probably me from his point of view, it was a bit more, oh, this guy's like ripping me off. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I then went on to explain, like, no, the risk versus reward for your training now that you're doing, you do not need to deadlift at all. Yep. This is where we need to go. If you want a coach, if you want this, if you want that, this is what you need to be doing. You need to be resting. You need to be getting an adequate amount of training throughout the week. You need to be looking after your diet, this and that. If you can't do these simple, basic things, don't worry about deadlifting. Because with that mentality, you're just going to go in and abuse yourself and potentially put yourself out. Your mindset's going to go down the toilet, and you're just going to be like, oh, fuck the gym.
Exactly.
It's like that old school, I don't squat. Why don't you squat? Well, it hurts my knees.
It's exactly what you said. It's that old mentality.
Yeah.
The basics of bodybuilding used to be squat, bench, deadlift. It isn't that anymore. I know bodybuilders, successful bodybuilders, I have BB pros who have never deadlifted in their life.
Mm-hmm. I don't
Yeah.
deadlift or squat.
No.
Not that I look like an IFBB pro.
Not yet.
I agree. I think when you start the gym, if you're doing it for like general fitness, okay, that's fine. But have have some sort of goal. Like, everyone starts the gym you start the gym for a reason.
Yeah.
That's going to be to get fitter, get stronger, get more aesthetic. Like, ideally, or maybe to fucking pick up women. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do.
Some people
But
do it for mental health.
Yeah,
to
everyone-
de-stress. Yeah, there's a reason.
Everyone's got a reason. And I think, like, if you're going to do it for, as you said, mental health, you're just going to come and you're just going to enjoy yourself. But people tend to get into it after a while.
Yeah.
But have a goal. Like, train for your goal. If you want to become more aesthetically pleasing or you want to become a bodybuilder, don't start training like Bryn, because you won't achieve the look that you desire. You'll get stronger. You'll get fitter. You'll get active. You'll probably become more mobile.
PBs will go through the roof.
Yeah, but you're probably not going to look like a bodybuilder.
No, definitely not.
Because the training styles they're very, very different. Like, I've seen many people that I know are bodybuilders or that I know want to look aesthetically pleasing, but they always like PBing. It's like, why? You don't need to. And like, you've just obviously recovered, or you're going through like an injury at the stuff. Training heavy, like for a while, like because you train sensibly because you know what you're doing. But there's a lot of people that will PB every session, and they don't warm up properly, and they don't cool down properly, and they don't rehabilitate properly, and they're just risking massive injuries like shoulders, rotator cuffs, biceps, anything. So train for what, like come to the gym with an idea of kind of what where you want to go, and then research, train. There is a lot of information out there.
Yeah. It's funny you should mention that, because today while I was doing my cardio, I was actually watching a podcast, which was a Mike Thurston podcast, where he was training with Dorian in Marbella, and they were training legs. And Dorian made a really good point, and he was like, you know, people come to me. He said, I want people to come to me and train to work on their weakest body part. If you've got a massive chest and massive shoulders, I don't want to train with you. But if you've want to build your legs, you want to put an inch on your legs in 6 weeks, I want you to train with me. And he made a very good point, and he was like, what you've got to remember is the bigger your central nervous system is taking a massive hit. The bigger you get, your central nervous system never changes. It's still the same size. So if you're absolutely nailing it for 6 weeks, he recommends 6-week cycles, absolutely nailing it, go to the point of failure for 6 weeks, then do 3-4 weeks backing off, because your central nervous system, the bigger you get, your central nervous system is still exactly the same. It's not growing. So you're not going to recover the same, you're not going to heal the same, they're going to hit plateau and grow. Yeah, you'll get ill.
You'll get ill quick, yeah.
And I was like, I've been training for 30 years. I've never heard that before, that way. And I was like, that's really interesting. It was really funny that I watched that today when we were going to come in and talk about these kind of things today. So it doesn't matter how long you've been training for.
You can always learn.
You can always learn. There's some really good resources out there.
I think we said as well, there's some fantastic looking people out there, both strongman and models and fitness and all the rest of it, bodybuilding. But just because someone looks a certain way doesn't necessarily mean they know everything. Some people are very, very gifted, and they can do not minimal, but they can do less, and they can still carry them through to a lot. Some people are just naturally really, really fucking lean. Some people can just put on muscle, like crazy amounts of muscle. So don't always look at certain people when you're looking for advice. Like there's some guys that look incredible and they work damn hard for it as well. Like they really put the hours in, and they brush up on their knowledge. But like I'm guilty of it. Like I know what I know, but sometimes I'm guilty of not working hard, but then I still look okay. Yeah. Like I haven't trained properly in like 6 months, and I don't look terrible. I don't look very good. Well, don't judge me. But I don't look terrible. So like my genetics are pretty good.
And when you make that decision that you want to take it serious again, you've got that muscle memory, you know what to do, you'll be able to kick it in, you get your mind in the right place, and you focus and you change your physique.
So look for, what we said, advice. Always ask for help.
Yeah.
Especially when you're looking.
Don't be afraid to ask for help.
Don't be like genuinely, because not that anybody else. I wouldn't take the piss out of someone. I just want to help them.
Yeah.
But there will be people in the gym, if you're like fumbling about on a bit of kit and using it wrong, you're either going to hurt yourself, make a fool of yourself, or just like you're just going to have a risk. Though you're not going to get anywhere. Fundamentally, you're not actually going to get anywhere. And I think, we're going to talk. I don't know. Do you want to talk about the old gear thing?
Well, we'll go through some of the basics. Yeah. So, like obviously another thing, like your choice of gym is going to dictate your progress. Yeah. And every gym has its kind of place. Like I'm not a massive fan of commercial gyms. I prefer and I champion independent gyms. You find me a Mr. Olympia that trains at Pure Gym. Doesn't happen. They train at independent gyms because they're better. They have better facilities. They have better equipment. They have a better environment for them to train. They take it seriously. That's what they're there for. But when you're just starting out, you might only be able to afford to go to Pure Gym, and you might feel comfortable there because there's not as many big guys there, or there's not as many bodybuilders there. And it's a great place to start. It has its place in that cycle. It's a great starter. It's like when you first start to ride a bike, you put your training wheels on. As soon as you're competent enough, you take your training wheels off and you go. That's exactly what Pure Gym, your commercial gyms are. Yeah.
That's not in the Pure.
They're your training wheels. Get in there, learn about the basics of training, get used to the kit, and then. But what will happen is very quickly you will find that you will start to reach your limitations. Yeah. Be it they don't have the kit that you need to progress. They don't have enough weight for you to progress, or it just isn't the right environment for you.
Big one, environment. Yeah,
environment.
Massively.
That's when you want to be looking. If you're not already, that's when you want to be looking for a good quality independent gym, especially strength and conditioning or bodybuilding or strongman gym. And we've championed it before. The UK is filled with amazing independent gyms out there up and down the country. It won't take you long to find a good independent gym that's going to fit your needs. Yeah, easy. That's a big plus. If you want to start in a commercial gym, go ahead. I think it's brilliant. Like anything that's getting people into the gym and focusing on their fitness is great, but you will come to a point where you're going to hit a plateau there. That's when you need to be looking.
I feel like you end up starting to adapt kit to hit body parts. In like commercial gyms, you'll start moving benches around or adapting things, and I think at that point you're like, maybe I should go somewhere that's got this actual kit in it.
I mean, we'll give you an example. Like we use our gym here, Old School Gyms, as an example. So we have a JD gym down the road, which is a massive gym, 40,000 square foot. So it's more than double the size of ours. We're 16,500 square foot. We have close to 200 pieces of kit, and most of our kit, there are numerous pieces which you can do multiple. We'll have 2 leg extensions, 2 lying leg curls, 2 pec decks, all the most popular. Then there'll be a plethora of equipment that you'll hit your chest from various different angles, loads of different angles, hit your back from different angles. Whereas in a commercial gym, they tend to have the basics. Like that 40,000 square foot gym has got 75 pieces of kit to go around 4,000 members, and it's very limited. So you are going to quite quickly, if you're taking your training seriously and you want to get in shape, whether you want to be a bodybuilder or a strongman, or you just want to build a good physique for going on holiday, you will quite quickly plateau there.
Outgrow gym, don't you?
Yeah, that's when you want to be looking at one of the really good independent gyms that's got a good variety of kit, that invest in good quality kit, the branded names, your Hammer Strength, your Prime, your Nautilus, your Cybex. These are the kind of kit that you want to be looking at.
Bryn just said about like environment. Like if you're around a load of people that excel in, probably give you a bit of a boost to excel. Yeah. Like
massively.
If you're the biggest guy in a pure gym or a JD gym, you're probably not going to be the biggest guy in an independent gym.
No.
And that'll be like, fuck, I need to know what they're doing. Like I need to start watching what they're doing. And I think it is good to like watch people and see how people train and see what people do, because you can learn so much. Like I've learned so much from just going, like, can I just jump in on that? Like doing like a different move or a different exercise.
Or even ask. You see someone doing exercise and you just wait until they finish the set and say, excuse me, why did you do that exercise? And now people will explain, I'll do it because I get this kind of movement and I'll get more contraction on this and I get a muscle-mind connection better on this. Oh, brilliant. Maybe I'll try that.
Exactly.
I just come back from America, and while I was over there, I trained in a gym, and the fitness industry in America is massive.
It's crazy. Yeah.
It's like 100 times bigger than what I went to. Like I trained at a commercial gym, but it was a very good commercial gym. They invested a lot in kit. They had a lot of Nautilus kit, a lot of Hammer Strength kit. It was a lot of Hoist, which is very popular in America. It's a great gym. And it has over 10,000 members. And every time you went in there, it was comfortably busy. But the atmosphere made me just really want to train. Yeah. Like I was a stranger in this gym and I felt so at home. Because everyone was there training. Everyone, as soon as they speak to you, they see you training, or you take your t-shirt off once you've got your pump and they see you're in shape. They come and speak to you. Oh, hey, bro, you look good. Oh, you speak to them. Oh, you're English. Oh, where do you train? Where are you doing? Do you know what I mean? And I felt so, and it's great. And you see every size, every shape. Everyone is in the gym over there. Everyone. And no matter what time you go in the morning, whether it's 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, you go 7 o'clock at night, it's always busy. Always busy. It's a massive part of their culture, and it was great. And it was the atmosphere. I say it wasn't the best looking gym I've ever been. It was a commercial gym, but a very good commercial gym. But the atmosphere was amazing. Dead positive. Everyone's training. Everyone was upbeat. The music was good. It was a really good place to train. And I went back there because I've been there before, so I knew there were other gyms that I could go to. But I knew I'd been there. I knew what kit they had. I could work my routines around what they had. And I knew that it was the atmosphere that took me back. The staff were dead welcoming, and the atmosphere that made me go back.
Yeah, when you walk in somewhere and you're just like, wow.
Yeah.
Music's good, and people look good. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Like if you go somewhere and like everyone just looks good, you're like, I need to start doing some shit.
I
Like
need to up my game.
yeah, I need to get some more chicken and rice in there. But yeah, no, it does help. Yeah, pick your gym, pick your environment. Like
And go and try gyms. Like pretty much all gyms now will do day passes.
Yeah,
so go and try them. Go and experiment with different gyms. Go and try it. See, go at different times of the day. Try new kit. Yeah. Just because you become a member, I've always championed this. If you're getting into the gym, that's an investment in yourself. Now, if you need to be a member of 2 gyms to get the best for yourself, then be a member of 2 gyms. Them gyms should be happy that you're choosing to spend your money with them and promote them on social media. So if you need to go to 2 different gyms because they've got different kit, go to 2 different gyms. It's an investment in yourself. If you need to go to 3 gyms, go to 3 gyms. If you can afford to do that and you want to get the best from yourself, then go and do it. Just because you go to one gym doesn't mean you have to stay at that gym forever. You know, members will come and go, and you'll go and try different kit, and it's good to mix up and go and travel around the country and test out other gyms.
networking, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Networking.
and you'll you'll find that the majority of gym owners out there, they'll welcome you with open arms. You've been to independent gyms before, and they've let you train for free and stuff.
Yeah.
So they love new people coming in. They love new people.
Come on, Bryn, give us one.
So I definitely think. I think what we should definitely mention, guys.
I definitely think that hat looks very sexy on me. By the way, I think we need to mention this today.
That's my little minion.
Yeah, so I definitely think one thing we need to mention, guys, is definitely 5 do's and definitely 5 don'ts when you first join a gym.
Yeah.
Okay.
However, and when I say join a gym, however far along your journey are, whether it's first initial, you know what I mean? If you started here, you ain't going to get much better, let's be honest, especially in Stoke-on-Trent. Wink, wink. Definitely 5 do's when you come first day to the gym, and then definitely 5 don'ts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would definitely say, if we're all agreed, the first do is come in with an attitude to learn.
Yes.
Definitely.
Come in with an open mind.
Yeah, definitely an open mind. Number 2, I would say, is don't let something knock your confidence. Yeah?
Yeah.
Don't let something knock your confidence. 3, I would say, is come in and be willing to train hard. You know, people around you potentially are going to be training hard. You know, you want to be part of this family. You know, it's definitely a good way to connect. If you're training hard, you might not necessarily know what you're doing. But if you show keenness, somebody's definitely going to draw towards you. And the information, you know, is going to be there, and you're going to have chats and stuff like that, you know, and in between sets or whatever, or can I jump on this, can I jump on that? 4, I would definitely say be open to making friends.
Yeah.
Especially in the gym. And 5, definitely come wearing old school gym stuff.
Come wearing like good gym gear.
Yeah. And gym gear is important.
Oh, lucky boy.
I think one to add is do your research.
Yeah.
Not only on your gym, but like do your research on like that can encompass everything. Like do your research on like training, on like watch videos.
Yeah.
Like just watch YouTube. Like about
watch videos from people that are reputable. Like don't be watching some 7.5 stone influencer who's pretending to be a bodybuilder who's been training for 6 months. Now, no disrespect to him, but he's probably not got the best knowledge. He doesn't have the experience. Like, if you want to learn something, go and watch like a Dorian Yates video, or go and watch the Mike Thurston stuff where he's training with various people from around the world. They're great. I've only recently started watching them stuff, and I'm finding it fascinating.
I think if you want to like invest in yourself, and you want to actually make progress, not just turn up and that's progress. Like if you actually want to change your physique, like just understand how much effort you need to put in and how much commitment it'll take. The more you put in, the quicker it'll happen. The less you put in, the slower, or it may not happen.
Yeah.
So like just watch any training video, any proper training video like Dorian Yates. Look how hard they're training. That is not for show. That is not for a video. That is genuinely how hard these people train. Like Bryn, I'm sure when he leaves the gym, he's sweating, and if he's not happy.
He doesn't leave the gym because he trains at hard. He has to
just
stay here
stays
for
in
an
the gym.
hour to recover.
So
then he can go.
But like, if you're not sweating, some people don't sweat. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But if you're not like out of breath or you're not feeling it,
If you're not fatigued at the end of your session, you haven't
then
trained.
you're doing something wrong. Like, you should be fatigued. You should have given everything to your gym session, and to your diet, and to everything else in your entire life.
So if you're going to get another big thing, obviously, like it's a massive thing for us here at Old School Gyms and this, that and the other, is like learn good gym etiquette. Like if you...
These could be a don'ts now.
Yeah,
these could be a don'ts.
These could be a don'ts.
But quickly, I would say on the research part, saying do your own research and that, a good rule of thumb is if pretty much every guy or girl are pretty much agreed on certain things, usually it's a good thing. The main place to start in a diet, calorie control. Oh, well, we all agree that pretty much.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Things are always changing in the fitness industry. People are trying out new theories, all this sort of stuff. There's Dorian that's just got his old school way of doing it, and it got him where it got him. There's new people like Gymshark guys and all that stuff. They're trying their abs in 20 days, all that stuff. There's other factors to it involved. It's not just it's not just that's what it's going to be. It could potentially be it's a limited diet for this long, and you're going to be pushing food for this long, and blah blah blah. So it's not as simple as it looks. There's always going to be more to it, and for somebody that doesn't understand these things right now, straight off the bat, it's going to be like, well, that's the end goal, so that's what I'm going to do, and it's like, yeah, but it'll push you in other areas. So, but I would go 5 don'ts.
5 don'ts.
And initially coming to the gym.
Yeah.
Don't leave your bit of equipment racked up to the eyeballs.
That's
number one.
Yeah.
Never, ever do it. Like, if Bryn was to leave 900...
Because I will fucking kill you!
If Bryn was to leave everything racked up, that next person who isn't going to lift as much as him is just going to have to slug all of those off. Like, if you can rack it, then you can unrack it.
Yeah. We've had it before where we've had a member and he didn't really do it on purpose. He just wasn't thinking, and he left 800 kilograms on a leg press, and then a female member wanted to use it, so she spent the first 20 minutes of her workout taking 800 kilograms off a leg press, and then obviously she came and said, "Oh, I've had to."
Was that me?
It might have been.
Is that actually me? I can't remember.
It was probably you.
Probably me. Was it me?
Sounds
when I
like you.
first started training.
Yeah.
Asshole. I did actually forget though, didn't I?
You did,
I remember because I'm a very methodical person. So I was doing so. Do you know what? I blame Neil. That was Neil's problem.
So I'm a big advocate at this gym for experience. So it's all about experience of people coming in, and I want people to have a positive experience. And something silly like that can ruin, if that person's the first time they've ever been into the gym, that can ruin their experience of coming into Old School Gyms for the first time. So show respect to your environment, your members, and the facility. Anything that's inside a gym is expensive, very expensive. People that build gyms and run gyms, they invest a lot of their money and members' money back into the gym to make it great for the members. So respect the environment. These facilities have been put together for you visiting and new members, so respect it. Put your weights away. Don't abuse the equipment. Look after your environment. Respect the facility that you have, because a lot of people will take a facility for granted because they get used to it. If you leave a facility, you've mentioned it before, we've got some incredible facilities in Stoke-on-Trent. This is not just the best gym around. This is one of a number of great gyms. There are some great gyms around here, and they all have extremely high standards. They all have very good gym etiquette. They all have great kit. They all have great environments. If you start to take them for granted, go somewhere else.
Yeah, definitely.
Go and train at a different gym. You will soon realise how good you have it. If you're from Stoke and you're training in one of the great gyms that are around here, you are absolutely spoiled. We get people coming from all over the UK now.
Definitely.
And they're blown away by the place. So any gym you go to, respect it. That facility has been put together to benefit you, to get the best out of you and your training. put your weights away, respect the environment, respect the owners, respect the staff, respect the members. It's very, very simple.
Thanks, don't.
So don'ts. Number 1, gym etiquette. Number 2.
Don't sit on your phone, hogging a machine, and not training. Like, don't do like a set of 10 and then sit on your phone on Tinder
For 20
swiping
minutes.
left on swiping right. I don't know. I don't use it, but swiping yes to everyone for 10 minutes.
Grinder you on, aren't you?
Shut up, Paul. Nobody was supposed to know.
I swiped right on your profile.
Did you?
Yeah.
I got something like you liked it. Okay. Don't sit on your phone. Like, I get, like if me and Paul are training together, when Paul's doing his set, if we're on a machine, you're not going to spot on a machine, so I might just check my phone.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to sit on my phone and let my phone distract me from my workout. And also, if we come in and we're proper on it, phones are away anyway.
Yeah.
Because you focus into this zone, and we may not even talk to each other, less for spotting each other. And if you go on your phone, say you go on your phone and you have like a bad bit of news,
It's going to ruin
it could literally ruin your whole session. It sounds ridiculous, but I've had sessions ruined from something on my phone. So sometimes it's better to just, if you've got headphones on or whatever you've got, just put it away and just leave it.
Some people will have their phones because they'll have their plans and their trackers on the phone.
Yeah.
And that's great. But do that in your rest period. Your 60 to 90 seconds after each set.
Yeah.
Do it then. If you're doing prolonged sets and logging everything as you go in, please be open to allowing people to train in with you. Like if you're tying up a piece of kit, if you go to a gym and they've only got one pec deck, for example, and you're doing 5 sets, at every set you're doing 90 seconds rest, you might be tying that up for 20 minutes.
Let someone...
If someone comes and says, would you mind if I work in? You might not even know what work in means. What it means is that they just want to do their set while you're taking your rest. It's a great way. It's a great... It's a very good gym etiquette to have.
And I would literally I would rack it myself and I would take it off what you had on for your set, and I would just
and that
wait.
tends to what it is. That's like old school mentality. So like I'll be training, I'll set it, and then you'll go on and you put it to the person that's working in, and they put it back. Yeah. And it's good etiquette, and it creates a great environment, and that's what builds up this kind of camaraderie in the gym.
Okay, don't sit on your phone. Next.
Number 3. Don't drop your weights and don't clang your weights. And what I mean by clang is when you are on something like a machine, more of a plate loaded machine, you literally do a couple of reps. How you do them is up to you. You know, if you've asked for advice or whatever, it's vice versa or whatever. But just literally doing it to your last rep and then just going ping. And I know it comes mainly under gym etiquette, but still, don't do it, because if I hear a clang, it's like you're abusing kit.
Yeah.
And you're probably not training right anyway. That's straight away, that says to me. Unless you are literally a monster and you're doing like 90 kilo fucking dumbbells, incline press, you know, and you're screaming the place down just because that's what you need to do.
And and you get to failure and you drop. That's different.
Then that's different. Like, people can see that coming. But if you're literally doing, say, I don't know, you're a big guy or whatever, and you're doing 30s and then you just go and throw the weights, you are a bell end, grade A bell end. So that's number 3.
It's a bit harsh.
No, you are. You literally are. Like, you literally, like you said about the experience, you literally put other people off. You know, other people will look at you and say, well, I come to train here just as much as you.
I have noticed, like, the dropping the weights is one, and I have noticed in various gyms that I've trained in where a lot of people will be training and they will not finish their last set. Their last rep, they will drop. So, for example, they'll do a lat pull down and they'll pull it down and then they'll drop it. Well, your movement on a lat pull down is that and that. So finish your rep on your last one and then let go. You don't need to drop it.
Yeah, you're working eccentric and concentric.
And I've noticed it various gyms across the country, and I even saw it when I was in America. There was a guy doing tricep dips and he pushed down to do his last rep
and then
let go.
Bell end.
And I was like, you haven't finished. You haven't finished.
Grade A bell end
rep. You haven't finished that rep.
Exactly.
You've just wasted 50% of that rep.
Bell end.
But it could come down to knowledge. That guy might not know that. He might just be new to the gym.
And no, I'm just going to call bullshit straight away. No, I'm sorry. Like, it's like if I'm not being funny. Everyone's got that gut instinct,
Yeah.
haven't they? And like, you know, even someone looking at you and go, "What the fuck you doing?" It's like if you jumped out of a car and you just slammed the door, you're expected the driver to be like, "I'm gonna fucking what the fuck? It's my car. What are you doing?" Do you know what I mean? So
I think
it's
so. Some tangents on that whole thing. Yes, don't drop weights because it's just rude. Like even if you're doing, but like even if I've got something heavy, I'll just drop it onto my knees and then I pull myself up. Then it's just like a technique. Don't just drop them. I've seen many people lifting
extend out and
up probably like up to probably 45 isn't going to really do anything, but 55 up to like 100 kilo dumbbells.
Yeah.
If you drop them, you'll start to bend the knurling bar in the middle. You will actually bend it. I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
And you're damaging kit, and like we know
a lot of
kit
money
costs
as well.
fucking lot of money.
100 kilogram dumbbells, you could be looking at £8,000 to £1,000 just for
There you
one
go.
pair of dumbbells.
And then if you're being a penis and you drop them and they bend, that like it doesn't necessarily make them unserviceable, but it's going to make them exceptionally uncomfortable for that next person. And then Paul or somebody else may have to then replace that part because you've just been
unnecessary cost when that £1,000
Yeah.
could have been used to buy a new piece of kit
Exactly.
or reinvest in something else in that gym.
Also, I don't know how you feel about this. Screaming and shouting when you're not lifting that much. Now, let just wait. So,
I've got stuff to add to this.
So, right, I get that everyone's limitations are different, and someone starting the gym is not going to be lifting 800 kilos on leg press. I get that. Someone's 80, 90, 100% is different. I get it. But I've seen guys lift crazy amounts and just expel air out of their mouth, and like, just stop screaming. Like, it's really annoying. It's really off-putting. I get it's some people's thing, but like, for me, I just don't think it's like acceptable. Like, in any, I don't know. If you're like a strongman gym, people might make noise then. I don't really know. But I've seen guys lift crazy amounts and they haven't screamed and shouted. They've probably just made a bit of a grunt.
Yeah.
Or they've expelled like a lot of air quickly. But some people like scream. And then I've seen spotters scream at the person as well. It's like,
it's a bit
too much.
It's one of them.
I'm not saying don't make noise, but I'm saying make an acceptable amount of noise.
I know some people will be training and they're trying to go to that beyond failure. So they get to the point of failure and then they just want to squeeze out that one extra rep and they're going to make a noise. They're going to, and I get that.
Yeah.
And I get it. Because you're going beyond failure. You're trying to push your body to do something it's fighting against you doing. And you're trying to get it out there. So I do understand it. I have a bit of a liberal approach. But if you're doing a set of 10 and on rep 3 you're screaming... And then you scream for 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. That's a little bit
doesn't need
bad etiquette. Yeah. You don't need to do that.
It's not tennis.
Yeah. I think if you're literally walking around the gym, or I'm walking around the gym
every piece of
when
kit.
I was working, and I hear a noise, that's all I can describe it as, a noise, and it sounds like somebody is genuinely being physically assaulted in the worst way possible, and members are staring at me going...
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, is that where
it makes it uncomfortable for other
then
people?
Then it's like I need to have a conversation with you, bro. I'm sorry, but what is happening? Like, what is going through your mind for that noise to come out? Because then you, like you say, and you know, it's a bit shameful to talk about it, but it's like, you know, I'm literally seeing you do certain forms, for example, and I'm hearing these noises come out that I can only describe as a throttled cat. Or something like that, and it's literally, it's so like, it's amusing at first. It's like amusing, but then when you hear it day after day, week after week, in the end, it's like, bro, tone it down. Yeah. Like, it's not me, it's members.
We get it. If you're pushing yourself hard, which is what we've advocated, if you're training, you're pushing yourself hard, and you're pushing that one extra rep out, you're going beyond failure, you're going to make a noise. That's acceptable, totally acceptable.
Yeah.
If you're doing it on every rep, on every machine, every time you come to the gym, it's a little bit OTT.
I have another one. And I could say this with my eyes closed, and both of your faces are going to change.
I'm going to try this.
Do not wear a lifting belt, number 1, around the gym. Number 2, whilst you're doing arms or on a machine like a plate-loaded machine or a you know what I mean, one of the pin-loaded,
selectorized, pin-loaded.
So I get, like, when do you, Bryn?
What do you use a weight belt for?
I'm sorry, but I've got a really good mate of mine. I can't say his name, but he does this, so I've got to stay with it.
What do you use a
weight belt for?
Okay, what range of your workload from 0 to 100% would you use a weight belt for?
Me?
Yeah,
personally, I don't use them. Very rare.
What would you advise somebody to wear weight belts?
I would say if you're going in your, say, sort of 3 to 5 rep max range.
Yep.
Usually one of your last working sets.
Yep.
But I would always advocate to work your core as best as possible. Yeah. That's so I very rarely use them. But I would say that if you are literally the guy that's putting them on the moment you walk in the gym, you've got severe issues with posture, potentially. Yeah, coming in wearing it and leaving wearing it is a bit like, bro, you've got some serious issues. Maybe not underlining issues. You know, not mentally, but I'm talking like physically like maybe you've got a dog shit core or something like that, but then these are things that you come into the gym to address. Mm-hmm. Why are you wearing it straight away? Yeah. Like, obviously I'm not going to mention his name because, you know, it is what it is, but I'd never do that to him. But I've had this conversation with him and he's literally like, you know, I was military, my back's fucked, you know, and all that sort of stuff. So I'll just pick him up for other things like his dog shit, his little booties that he wears. You know, these little rider wear booties.
Oh, okay. But with the belts, as Bryn said,
it's a tool.
If you're at
tool,
top end,
it's an aid.
1 rep max or 5 rep max, whatever it is, wear a belt.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
Like, you don't need it on machines. Like, just when you start a set, whatever it's going to be, set your core, like set your body for whatever thing you're about to undertake. Don't don't come in the gym wearing wrist wraps, elbow sleeves,
all the gear, no
belt.
idea.
Just don't do it. Like, have it in your bag. Have it as a tool. I'm not saying don't bring it.
If you need to use them, use it, but use them appropriately.
They all help. Like 100%, they help. Like, if you're squatting, stick them on from like your first set if you need to. Like, I don't mind that. Like, if you've got knee sleeves on and you're squatting, wear them because they.
I think personally the takeaway point for that to it's not sort of like disrespectfully, but to dumb it down for people that have probably not got an idea at all. They are there as an aid.
Yes.
Elbow sleeves are an aid. They are not going to stop you getting injured. No. Potentially, they're there literally to keep your elbows nice and tight and nice and warm. Mm-hmm. Obviously, people should know that if you keep the heat into your muscles, there's less chance of them obviously getting injured because they've got adequate warmth in there, you know, potentially fluid in there, all that sort of stuff. Please, 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 if you are going to deadlift, do not put a belt on and then just think that is going to save your lower back. It's not going to happen. You still need to be able to break. No, and I know you laugh, but you shouldn't be laughing because there are certain people that will potentially join the gym, whack a belt on, and do some mad shit. They will literally will. I've had it in here before where I've spoke to someone and I've literally had to say to him, bro, and don't laugh, but why are you wearing lifters whilst deadlifting? To me, it hurts my brain. But I want to, genuinely, I'm not taking the piss. I want to know why you were doing this.
Yes.
I do it because I feel it makes the lift harder. Okay, interesting theory. It makes the lift harder. Then when I come to do my 1 rep maxes, I don't wear lifters. Personally, I don't see the point in it at all. Personally, I feel like you are going to injure yourself. But there's only so much advice I can give you. What you do with the advice is totally up to you.
Of course.
Now, on to the big one. Number 5.
Okay.
Don't.
Can I just summarise that?
All right, okay.
Just use your belt as an aid, number 1. Don't come into the gym wearing it. Don't wear it when you're doing biceps, triceps, or any sort of machine use. Use it as a tool and don't become reliant upon it. Like, it will help. Of course it will help. Don't become reliant upon it. Your body is a fantastic machine. Allow it to do what it needs to do. Allow it to do what it needs to do. Sorry. Number 5, let's go.
Number 5, the big one. Dun, dun, dun. Please, please, please do not come into a gym, any gym, shitbust, commercial, independent, not arsed. Please do not come into a gym and the first thing you say to anyone there, potentially the big guy, because it happens all the time, "Hi mate, how did you get so big? Do you sell any of that gear? Do you sell steroids?" I know we all laugh, but serious point.
Have you got any under-the-counter supplement?
Yeah.
But serious point, like it's not just only I take it an offence. It's you know, but also just, bro, you've just started training. There's like levels that you need to reach before you even think about that. If you want to in your first week be jabbing stupid amounts of steroids or taking stupid amounts of cocktails or whatever, you know, wherever you want to go with it, and think that you're going to be the next Dorian Yates just because you want to go out on the lash with your mates and Luke Gordon, "Luke, bro, I just got some big arms." Bro, you're just going to kill yourself.
Yeah.
It's just going to kill yourself.
I think we could talk about this for ages.
Yeah.
I know.
We can. But I think points are, as you said, steroids are an aid. They're performance enhancing.
Yeah.
They won't give you what you want. You still have to work
And
hard.
eat, train,
so if
eat.
if you've just started, that means you probably know fuck all about nutrition, and you're probably not training as hard as you need to be to get the maximum out of said ped. So don't just go on something because your mate said it. Give yourself, if you want to do that route, I ain't gonna stop you. Like, no one's gonna stop you doing it. You're your own person. Give yourself like 6, 8, 12 months of learning your craft, learning how to train, how to eat properly, because I can guarantee you, if you and your mate both start and your mate goes, boom, I'm going to do fucking TTM, and then you're like, right, I'm going to give myself 12 months, I can guarantee after 2 years, you'll look a shitload better because your body will be conditioned, it will be prepped and ready, so as soon as you put the ped in and you're eating and you're training right, you'll just go, boom, and you will achieve the look that you want to achieve.
If you're a 17, 18, 19-year-old lad that's just joining the gym, never really trained before, that is the time when your body is going to make the best growth. You're going to get the most results because you're overstimulating something that's never been stimulated. So you don't need to be using gear. You're also going to do potentially irreparable damage to yourself long time. Irreparable damage. Yeah. If you do decide to go down the route of using PEDs, then that's your choice to make, but make sure you're making a sensible choice. So do your research, make sure you get your bloods done regularly, make sure you're buying quality gear, not just off some dodgy guy who's selling it in the car park of the local gym. Yeah.
Creepy Dave.
You know, because this is stuff you're injecting into yourself.
Yeah.
I've had people come to me as a gym owner and they've shown me gear that they bought and I have taken it off them because I'm like, you're an 18, 19-year-old lad and there's no way I'm going to allow you to put that into your body. Yeah. I will give you the money back out of my own pocket rather than you inject that shite into your body. Like, if you want to go and buy gear, there are plenty of people out there that will supply you with good quality gear. What you've got there is poison.
Yeah.
Someone's just made it in a bathtub, stuck a label on it, and they're selling it, and they don't give a fuck what's going to happen to you.
And there's so many things like there's side effects.
Yeah.
Things react differently in different bodies. There's so many things that you can take to counteract certain side effects, and loads of different things. And some people just aren't cut out for certain compounds.
No, exactly.
Like, fact, I know loads of people that can't take tren because they can't physically hack the
side effects that come from it, the increased aggression.
Yeah. So, and some people can take it all day long and get nothing.
So we're not here to advocate, using PEDs or anything. But if you decide to go down that route, then be sensible.
Yeah.
You're an adult at the end of the day. If you make that decision, that's your decision to make. It's your body, and you're entitled to put whatever you want into your body. But make sure that you're educated.
Yeah. So
about it.
I feel like we've.
Yeah. So to summarise on that, basically, do your research, due diligence all the time. You wouldn't sniff petrol. You know what I
We'll
mean?
stick a little. We'll get our fantastic man to put a little do's and don'ts of what we've just said. 'Cause I can't remember some of them.
Yeah, but like
BTEC.
But literally, you know, you wouldn't, you know, potentially if there's petrol in front of you, you wouldn't inject that. So how do you know what this stuff is?
Yes. Yeah.
That sort of thing. So just use your brain, guys, because, you know, it is, as much as people say, oh, I've done this, I've done that, you know, the amount of people I've seen, and you take gear, do you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, bro, really? Seriously?
Yeah.
Like, literally, there's me and then there's this. That's how I look at it, and I'm like, how much do you take? Like, oh, I take 2 mil a week.
Really?
Do you?
Yeah.
Wow. So you're literally shutting your balls off and doing it irreparable damage potentially if you are doing it the way you're saying it to look like that, like, bro. So get a grip.
And as you said, if you're young, like,
You don't need to take it.
Don't bother.
Your testosterone levels through the roof anyway.
Ruining yourself. Don't just. I don't care if you've got aspirations to be the next big Ramy, fucking Philly or Chris Bumstead. Like, don't, because you can do. If you go crazy, you'll do irreversible damage, and people just don't know about the contractive measures and things. So just don't. Like, just get established in the gym. You can make so many crazy gains.
Yeah.
Just from training hard and eating well. You don't need them. Like, you don't.
It's a train, bro. It's a train, and once you get on that train, it's very hard to get off.
Exactly.
Mindset, all this sort of stuff, it does everything. So
we've said it before, and we've said it again. Like, there's lots of information out there. There's lots of resources available to you. There's certainly a hell of a lot more resources available to youngsters and people wanting to get into the gym now than there was when I started. Yeah, and and the other thing is there's no age limit. Like, you might be 40, 45, and you might decide that you want to get in shape. Go to the gym and do it. You can still do it. There's no age limit to go into the gym. I think our oldest member here is like 87. If you want to get fit, get fit. And, you know, there's plenty of information out there. And we've said it. I've said it before. You've said it. If you can't find the information that you want, our inboxes are always open. The Alpha Elite inbox is open. Message us. We don't know. We're not necessarily saying that we have all the knowledge. But I guarantee that, like myself, Bryn and Josh, that we will talk to you honestly. You will get an honest answer to your question.
You might not like the answer, guys, but you will get an honest answer, unfortunately. You know,
from Bryn, you'll get a brutal, honest answer.
But yeah, so happy?
Yeah,
I'm happy. Yeah, I think I've accomplished what I wanted to accomplish.
Yeah. We'll wrap that up. I just wanted to say a big thank you to my friend Lee Haywood for sponsoring the podcast again with his Lucky Boy brand. The hats are available to buy online.
Bryn isn't wearing a t-shirt.
Size proved, because it fits my fucking dome.
So yeah, thank you very much, guys, for watching, tuning in.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, please. We love you all. Peace.